All right, so it's my second time recording this. I'm not very happy. I don't know why, but I'm like out of breath when I talk. But regardless, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video, man. Today we have another player of the month prediction video. Now today we're doing 3 players instead of like 1, but at the same time I'm gonna focus on 2 because I think 2 are more likely to win it than one of the 3, if that makes sense. A lot of numbers there, man. We're not a math class, but what is up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Today, we're going to be talking about how I said 3 contenders who I think are going to win it. We're going to be taking a look at their cards, some market investments you can make, especially with Footmas coming up in the next couple of weeks. Man, guys, can we drop a like on this video? Can we get 11 likes? Actually, no, can we get 12 likes for Team of the Week 12, which is coming up in just a couple days? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well, and turn your notifications bell on so you guys can be the first ones to see these videos. Now, today, as you guys see in the title and in the thumbnail, probably, we have 3 very big players who, in my opinion, all 3 of them have a very good chance of winning, and they all look like very good cards, but we're going to be talking about 2 of them. So the first one we're going to be talking about is the 88 rated Jamie Vardy. Now, of course, he had a player of the month last month, and he was very cheap. Very, very, very cheap. It was like 183 rated squad. Now this 88 rated card I feel like would be cheap as well, like in 84 and 85 rated squads, something like that. And in the month of November, he played 4 games. He won all 4 games, or his Leicester won all 4 games. He got 4 goals and got 2 assists. So 6 goal contributions in 4 games. In my opinion, that's pretty solid. So, of course, Leicester's in second place right now in the Prem as well. Brendan Rodgers and Leicester have had a fantastic start to the season, so he is a front runner in my opinion for the player of the month. Now this one, Sadio Mané is in my opinion the least likely to win it. He has the highest like average match rating, I believe it is, or something like that, but he still looks like he could be a very good card in this game. Now 91 rated Mané, he got 3 goals and 1 assist in 4 games. Liverpool winning all 4 of those games as well. Now, of course, one of those games was against, I think it was against Manchester City, I believe it is. So that one could be a factor that plays into it. I'm not too sure. But he got 3 goals and 1 assist. So he got 4 goal contributions in 4 games, which is still very good, but not as good as Jamie Vardy or the next player that we're going to be talking about, which is Heung-min Son. Now, Heung-min Son also got 6 goal contributions, but he got 2 goals and 4 assists. I'm sorry if you could hear the dogs barking in the background. They always like to do that. But how I said, Heung-min Son, he got 2 goals and 4 assists in 4 games as well. But Spurs won 2 games, and then they and they drew 2 games. So they won 2, drew 2. Now, if we just look at stats purely and like games won, Jamie Vardy should win the player of the month because they got the most wins and he got the most goal contributions. If you look at it from like just goal contributions in general and stats, Vardy or Son should be the ones to win it. Now, that's why I think they're going to win, because most people who vote just look at the stats. So I think it's going to be Vardy or Son. So yeah, I think most of the community is going to vote for Heung-min Son, in my opinion. So that might rock the vote. Who knows? But we're going to go into the market and show you guys what investments you can make. Now, let's get rid of these cards, put those cards down there. And then to start with, I hate dogs, man. I don't, but they just have to bark during this video, huh? All right, gold players from Leicester. Now, there's not many. The ones that I would invest in, or the one I would invest in, is just Jamie Vardy himself. An 82 rated player. He's English, from the Prem, from Leicester. It's a cross investment. Very easy one to invest in. Another one that you can invest in is Ricardo Pereira. The only bad thing about him is that he is specific just to Leicester. But the good thing about him is that he is still kind of, oh wow, he is still a meta player. So people will still want him even if he's not required for a SPC. So he could be a good one to go for as well. Now, Inform Ayoze Perez is a good one as well. A Prem Inform winger, 82 rated from Leicester, so he's a cross investment, and he could be very useful for a bunch of different SPCs, whatever EA does decide to release. So that one could be a very good one as well. So that one's a good one to keep an eye on. Now, there's an Inform Son this week, and he is about 600,000 coins at this moment in time. We're not going to find him there, so let's just not do that. Let's actually just go for Son in general. So Son, he has the UCL Live, and then he has the Inform. The Inform is 600K. Now, in my opinion, what's going to happen is EA are going to make his player of the month anywhere from 600 to 700,000 coins. This Inform is going to drop to like 300, 400,000. And then the UCL Live, since it is a striker, I feel like it's going to hold its price for the most part. It might dip for a sec, but it might go, and then it might just go right back up when the player of the month does come out. So I think that could happen. Another thing I think could happen is that last year EA required a gold Aubameyang for the player of the month Aubameyang. Now that price of the Aubameyang went from like 300K to like 400 or 500,000 in like 3 seconds when the SBC was released. So that could happen as well. I don't know. But what I'm saying is it's a possibility. So buying this gold Son, it's interesting because you could have the risk of either one, buying him and making like 200,000 coins in just a couple minutes, or losing like 20, 30K. Is it worth it? I'm not too sure. It's up to you guys, but it's definitely a possibility that EA will require one of these. Now, that was last year, though. If we look at this year, player of the month Aubameyang was like around, I would say like 300,000 coins, something like that. And he was actually very doable. He was reasonable to do if you had the coins, if you had the players and all that stuff. He didn't require a gold card from him. Keep in mind, it was a bit early into the game. It's Footmas now, so it's going to be interesting how expensive EA want these SBCs to be. So you could require one of the Son cards. If you don't want to risk it like that, I would say literally just go Premier League Gold Spurs and buy the high-rated players. Now, by high-rated, I mean buy Toby Alderweireld, buy Jean Vertonghen, buy these players, because if you put these players into your club or transfer list and just let them sit there, whatever happens this month, they're going to maintain. They're going to keep their price. They're going to keep their high price. Footmas is coming in just a couple weeks, which means that high-rated cards are going to be sought after. So if they don't work out for the player of the month, they might dip in price for like maybe just a little bit, and then they're going to go right back up. So I would say if you want the safe bet, literally just go for higher-rated players, 87s, 86s. I wouldn't even go for Dele Alli or Davinson Sanchez. You could if you want to, but if you're going to just spend a lot of coins on investing, I would just say go for Alderweireld and Vertonghen. Now, I don't see Vertonghen here. It's like, is he like not on the team or something? Like Vertonghen, Vertonghen. There we go. There's Vertonghen. So I would just go for one of the two, man. I feel like these two cards are very good investments just because they're 87 rated to get a perfect link to each other. Very good for SBCs. And if Son does get a player of the month, then you can go ahead and use him. You can use Vertonghen because they're going to require Spurs players like 1 or 2, or you can go ahead and sell them, or you can go ahead and wait until Footmas comes out, until a good SBC comes out, and then sell him there. It's up to you guys, man. There's so many different possibilities to make coins this way. So those are, in my opinion, are the best investments for Son and for Jamie Vardy. Now, if you want to go ahead and invest in Mané, I would suggest going against investing in Mané. One, because if he does get a player of the month, you probably don't want to do him his SBC because he has a UCL Live. Liverpool are like expected to kind of go far in this year's installment. So literally 1 or 2, they're going to get out of the group stage. So that's already 90 rated. They're most likely going to get past the first round, 91 rated. Now, once they get past the round of 16, they literally will be the UCL Live and the Player of the Month will be the exact same rating. So at that point, your investment is lost. They're both left mids. They're both 91 rated, and that you just have an untradeable card that's the same rating as a tradable card on the market. So I would say don't invest in him to complete him. You can invest in him to make coins, but how I said, he's the least likely winner of the 3. So if you want to invest in him, I would say do a cross investment. By that, I mean go to Premier League, go to Liverpool, and look at cards that can work for multiple SPCs. So for Son, for Vardy. So like a Trent Alexander-Arnold would be a pretty decent one because he's 83 rated. He's English. You might require an English squad that's like 82, 81 rated-ish for Jamie Vardy. So that one could be a very good one. Apart from that, Joe Gomez, an okay one. John Stones would be an okay one as well. I know he doesn't play for Liverpool, but I'm just saying as an English player. And that's basically it, man, for this video today. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next video. Have a fantastic day, and I'm out.